Hey guys, welcome back. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Keep up to date with what's going on. Today I'm going to show you the FD rx7 cd009 conversion. Now we do these as a kit now. I'll run through, this one's already fitted in the car, but I'll run through step by step I guess on what's involved in fitting it, what you need, what comes in the kit, and hopefully it gives people a better insight on how easy these things can be to install. Right, so first up, for the conversion, we retain, or you can retain, your FD bell housing. We then supply an adapter plate, which is made to suit, which will bolt onto the cd009 gearbox. Now, the cd009 box, previously we have been using some import ones. We're no longer doing that. They're getting to a point where there is quite a bit of demand for them. The prices have gone up, and the price which we can buy new ones for is quite attractive and keeps the option there to just go new. And when it's new, it's new. There's no problems. You don't have it jumping out of gear. You don't have any synchro grinding, because that's what we found on the second-hand units. It's usually a third and fifth gear synchro, which is worn. Now, lots of debate on which box is the best one to get. They are the same. You'll see this one's a 002. You'll see a 001, a 003. They're all a triple synchro ring box. The cases, the bearings, the gear set, the ratios, everything's the same. On the extension housing up here is where they differ. One of them will have a counter bore that the shifter mounts into. That'll be a later one, and the earlier one is literally a flat bolt hole which is tapped and the shifter bolts onto that. That's the only thing that we found different across all of them, whether they be new, second hand, whether it's a 350Z box, a G35 box. Yeah, all the same. So don't get too caught up in which model you have to get. You basically just have to get a Nissan Z33 6-speed. So with the bell housing being the original FD starter bolts straight up. Now we supply twin plate clutch. We get them made by Direct Clutch. And for this box to go up behind the FD engine, we have a different offset on the stack, if you can see up in there. So the stack of the plates, where you'll see a normal Mazda one would have a dip down here, we now have to run a flat one, and we take all the weight out of the back of the flywheel, and that sets your clutch plates back onto the splines. With the CDO boxes, they run a very long input shaft, and the spline offset is quite a way back, and that's the main issue that people have when they try to get an adapter or get one behind a rotary engine. There are different options out there where you can have a spacer which moves the whole lot back. I just think if you can bolt one thing to the engine and the box up to it, that's probably going to be the most reliable and safest way to do it. No thing coming loose, no bolts to break, etc. So yeah, the kit will come with, you'll supply your bell housing, you'll supply your starter motor. The kit will come with the adapter plate already installed, the brand new cd009 transmission. We machine the input shaft to suit the application. You get a Direct Clutch twin plate clutch. You get the gearbox cross member, which bolts up to the original spot. There's no cutting or anything inside the transmission tunnel, so that fits quite good. You get an aftermarket shifter, which brings the gear stick out in the original boot, so there's no chopping up any plastics or anything inside the interior. You get a 1350 U-joint on the front and rear now, 3-inch thick wall heavy duty tail shaft. For the diff mount, we use the original mounting locations where the Mazda FDs had a brace here to support the floor. So what we've done is we've bought the diff mount, which was here, and your PPF bolted up. The PPF is now gone, and we supply a diff cradle, which will bolt to your housing, try and stop the case from splitting and separating under load. And that also ties into the original diff mount position that the FD has, and this brace here we remove, and we've brought the brace forward. So we're now grabbing the chassis in 4 spots rather than just the 2 up here. Diff wise, all the same. This one still uses the FD diff, axles, brakes, etc. So basically what you'll get is you'll get from the front of the diff forward everything to put the cd009 into your FD. It's quite a simple install now that the kits are available. Now these will also be available for RX8s in the near future. The FD was probably the more common one. The RX8s, generally people have gone for the 5-speeds over the 6-speed, and the 5-speed is pretty much just an FD 5-speed, very similar. A couple of small differences in the castings and the casing, but however, when you're making power, they are going to break. It's part of life, making power. So we'll have this kit, the cd009 kit, available also for the RX8 in the very near future. Shifter options. This one is a H pattern. You can get a S1 sequential, which will turn this into just a backwards forwards configuration. They work well, however, just the size of the I guess the body of the S1 sequential, you will have to trim around some plastic. You will have to get a custom boot made. So that's it. That's if you want the sequential option, but this is pretty straightforward. These are nice and tight. There's obviously, you know, they're 6-speed. Yeah, it comes out in the original position, so it's a factory install. And I guess other than the stick being different, I mean, you could probably put a Mazda knob on that, and it would look factory. Go on. All right, so we'll take this one for a drive, and we'll see what the cd009 conversion's like. First thing you'll notice is that it's just tight in the shifter, unlike the Mazda box. So we'll run it through some gears, so I can give you an idea on what it's like to drive. So you've effectively got a close ratio box from 1 to 5. 5th gear is your 1 to 1. So your first gear is quite short for taking off. And the shifts are just buttery smooth. And that's your 6th gear overdrive. So there you have it. That's the cd009 conversion for our rx7, the kit that we provide. Hopefully that video gives you some indication on what the shift quality is like, and I mean, obviously outside the car it's hard to get a gather of what the feel of it's like, but it's just it's super smooth shifting. The biggest thing you'll notice when you pull the rx7 box out and fit one of these is there's just no resistance to shifting. Yeah, it doesn't matter what RPM you're at, you can just grab the next gear and it goes in so smoothly, and it's very, very precise feel. It's not a like a sloppy kind of feel where the Mazda ones, you know, the ball wears out in the bush, the spring loses some tension or breaks. So yeah, it's a really, really good feeling and shifting transmission. And obviously, because we make the kit and we sell the kit, you know, you'd expect us to say it's good, but it's not. It's fucking awesome. So if anyone's interested in purchasing one of these kits, we currently have 5 kits available ready to go. Probably the best way to get in contact with us is via email, and that'd be Mrenforcer@gmail.com. That way I'll probably get back to you that night. The shop is busy during the day. A lot of the times with the noise and the dyno, we just don't hear the phone. So yeah, usually email or pop in and see us. But yeah, if you need any more information on it, reach out. I'd be more than happy to share what we can with you.